What's going on out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee, going to do a video for you. Got a few radios going to be putting up for sale. First one we're going to do is a Galaxy DX55HP. Go ahead and turn it on here. Let's see. Yeah, it makes that groovy noise when your freak counter turns on. This is the new version with the blue, all blue readout. Key up turns red. Everything else is blue on it. This one's in pretty good shape. Does have a spot there in the top. It's not too bad though. Actually a really clean radio. See all the features on here. You got your frequency counter. All of our digits are working on it. Nothing wrong with that. Variable power, 6 bands. Mic gain, RF, all standard stuff, squelch, blah blah blah. AM, FM. You can turn your frequency display off if you go all the way up. We'll get to that here in a second. Roger beep works. You can probably hear it in the background. And your 10K hop works, which is 19. Let's see, 19. I think it's 15, 11 maybe. 3 and 7 maybe. I'm not sure if 7's one of them or not. Anyway, you can split all those channels if you're interested in that. You can split all those channels I named off, but maybe a couple more that I missed. I don't really remember. Anyway, we'll get down to the main stuff on this radio. As far as problems with it, only problem I know it has, kind of a problem, channel 28. It picks that up. Anywhere else you go, it doesn't. But check this out. Turn your freak counter off, that noise goes bye-bye. So that may be something that I'm picking up here, but I think it's in the frequency counter. I think the radio's picking it up somehow. It's getting some sort of feedback off of it. As far as problems with the radio, that's the only thing I can find. It receives, it talks, does a pretty good job. It may actually be close to stock, I'm not really sure. But we'll do an output test on here and let you be the judge. For our output test, we're going to be looking at our Bird 43P with a 25 watt slug. We will test it on average and peak. For our average reading, what we'll do is we'll test it with the variable all the way down, and we'll test it with the variable all the way up. And somewhere in between is probably where it's going to run. I'll go ahead and tell you that this radio with the variable power all the way down is not going to show much average power. It's going to show peak power fine. And with the variable power all the way up, you'll get average power. So somewhere in between, you'll get a happy medium. What we're going to do, go ahead and turn our peak kit on here. And we're going to start out with our RF power all the way down. And we're going to be looking at the top scale. So we're keying about a watt or so. And we'll audio into it. Hello, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio test, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio test. So we're doing about 23, 24 watts there. And we'll turn our RF power up to halfway. Keying a little over 10. Hello, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio. Right at 25 watts. I don't suggest run it like that. Just my opinion. I would run it, probably 2.5, 3 watts and call it good. But now we'll do our RF power all the way open. I definitely don't suggest run it like this. Audio, that's almost 14 watts. Audio, 1, 2, 3. Hello, audio. And we're swinging about 25. You run it like that, you're not going to have a lot of forward modulation. So we're going to turn our peak kit off now. We're going to be on average power. And I've got the RF power cut all the way down on the radio. We still are on the top scale. Audio. 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 So about 3 or 4 watts average. Now, like I said, that's with the RF power all the way down. for good time's sake here, we'll turn it up to about 9 o'clock and see what happens. Heck, let's back it down farther than that. Let's get our carrier down there where we'll actually run it. Let's go with about 3 watts. Audio. So you're getting about 3 watts of swing there, 3 to 6. And halfway. That's about 12.5 watts, 12 watts. Audio. Going forward to about 13 average. This is wide open. Audio. Almost 15 average. That's the nature of this radio. You're still going to get the same peak power, like I'll show you here. Audio 1, 2, 3. Almost no matter what you key, you're going to get the same peak power, but your average power is going to go down. For anybody that's interested, I don't want you to get the radio and be like, man, this thing doesn't do anything average. Like I said, I think it might actually almost be stock. I don't think there's been hardly anything done to this radio. I haven't had the lids off of it, but that's my opinion. I'm going to conclude this video. Sorry if I took up too much of your time. Just want to do a good demonstration of it. It is for sale. Probably looking at somewhere in the, I don't know, $150 shipped. Something like that. I think it's a fair price. There it is. Oh, and by the way, this was at 14.5 volts. Now, if you're going to run this in your car, you're probably going to be at 13.5 or 13.8, maybe even less. So expect a little bit less power out of this thing. Just because it's doing 25 watts here, 14.5 volts, doesn't mean you get it home and it's going to do 25 at your place. It may do more, it may do less. That's just a heads up. I hope you guys enjoy the video. More to come. 73s.